I woke up every morning with a war on my chest, trying to smile for my sons when they came to visit. I sent them back home, then I'd sit in the dark, wondering how a man keeps going when they broken his heart. I had a job, but I couldn't feel alive. Had a house, but my children weren't inside. Had a mother who loved me, friends who cared. Still felt like nobody was really there. Then I remembered that night with the pen, how I wrote my pain and somehow I breathed again. So I wrote another verse, then I wrote one more. Turned the tears into words, turned the words into a door. Started rapping in a room with a microphone cheap. While the whole world slept, I was losing sleep. I wasn't chasing fame, wasn't chasing the crown. I just needed somewhere to put everything I carried around. I talked about my father, talked about the blue lights, talked about my mama and the courtroom fights, talked about the outcast and the blood on my face, talked about my boys in the custody case. Then somebody heard me, said you need to let people hear this. So I stepped on the stage with my hands shaking bad, and for 3 minutes I told strangers everything I had. When I finished, nobody spoke, then one person clapped, then two, then the whole room. This was my only way out when the walls closed in, when I couldn't see tomorrow. I put the pen to the page again. This was my only way out. I had nothing left to lose. If the world wouldn't hear my story, then I'd make the whole world listen to the truth. I was down, but I wasn't done. No, I was down, but I wasn't done. One show became two, two became 10. Strangers knew my name before I knew theirs. I went from empty rooms to sold out nights, from writing in the darkness to standing under lights. The same kid they beat for refusing to conform now had a crowd screaming every word he'd written. The same man who walked out that courtroom alone was flying across the world, making stages his home. I didn't forget the pain, I just learned how to carry it. Turned every scar into something I could rap with. My father's story became more than a memory. Mama's fight became part of my legacy, and I still call my sons every night, even when the time zones where the hours feel strange. I say daddy's in London, they say how's the show? I laugh and say I wish you boys were here, you know. Then one night backstage I looked up and saw two young men standing in the doorway. My boys had grown and they were looking at me, not as the father they lost, but the father they came to see. This was my only way out when the walls closed in, when I couldn't see tomorrow. I put the pen to the page again. This was my only way out. I had nothing left to lose. If the world wouldn't hear my story, then I'd make the whole world listen to the truth. I was down, but I wasn't done. No, I was down, but I wasn't done. Now it's somewhere overseas, another city, another show. My son got his headphones on, watching the people come and go. He says, Dad, you really did it. I say, no, we did, because every step I took was for the life I wanted you to live. I think about the man who never got to see me grow, the father I lost before I ever got to know. I wish he could see the stage, just wish he could hear the crowd. Wish he could see his grandson standing with me now. Mama's getting older, but she still comes to the shows. She sits backstage smiling, watching everything I know. I tell her you were right, I had to keep going. She says, I knew you'd find a way even when you didn't know it. My ex-wife is somewhere and I don't carry hate. I spent too many years letting anger dictate. She made her choices, I made mine, and somewhere between a heartbreak I learned to be fine. My son still got two homes, but they know where I stand. They know their father's always gonna reach for their hands. And maybe the judge took years I can never reclaim, but nobody can take the love that survived the pain. This was my only way out when the walls closed in, when I couldn't see tomorrow. I put the pen to the page again. This was my only way out. I had nothing left to lose. If the world wouldn't hear my story, then I'd make the whole world listen to the truth. I was down, but I wasn't done. I was lost, but I wasn't gone. They took everything, but they left me with a song.